stars. If this is the first time you're seeing this show, Family and Value is a show that talks about everything that has to do with your marriage, your relationship, generally your attitude, everything that represents family to you. On the show we discuss it. And Happy New Year to you. If you're just watching us for the first time, we are still saying Happy New Year. I think till 2 weeks we'll still be shouting Happy New Year to you. Welcome to the show. We are streaming live on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. You can download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. Yes, big shout out to our Star Times family. We see you. We see what you're doing, and we all love you. For everyone that have started the year with us, we appreciate you. I am Princess Joy Ayo Abu, and you know I'm not always on the show alone. It's Tuesday with a difference. We bring our Tuesdays on a very different note. And this morning, yeah, I'm putting on the multicolored shirt, and I have my own very Mama Gen Z coming out with the rainbow color this morning. Good morning to you.
It's a beautiful morning, and
yeah, it is.
I just want to play with color, and that's one of the day. It's a day Tuesday with a difference, you know, and I just want us to always remember that this life has a lot stored in it for us every time we rise up. You know, every time we wake up, every time we have this breath of life in us, it has prepared many beautiful things. Just like the colors I'm wearing, many beautiful things. So it now depends on which of the colors, you know, catch your fancy, which one will actually brighten your day, which one have you chosen to work on, to you know, play around with. I don't really play as in try to work something out with, and that's what today is all about. It's another beautiful day, so do well by making good use of it, because you are born for greatness. So be at peace, all will be well, but don't go and start lazing around and say because I should be at peace. So my name still remain Olori Adejoke, and every day my friends call me Olori HJ. I'm sure we're going to have a splendid time today because I mean,
yes, we are to have a splendid time this morning. And do we have any shout out, birthday shout out?
I almost have about 7.
Let's
Today
have
is 7,
it,
right?
yeah, 7.
Okay, this is a big shout out to my twin cousins, Kehinde Agnes Lakende and Taiwo Alfred Lakende. They are now big boys and big boy and girls. So, but happy birthday to you as you had another year. Pray to not be the least of many celebrations you have. And the year is blessed for you. Also to Pastor, let me keep that. To my darling Ozzy Bosco, happy birthday to you. It's another year for you. And I pray it's not going to be the least of celebration you have. Happy birthday. Many of you will know Ozzy Bosco. He's not a big boy. And it's been a wonderful time walking and, you know, going through this trend with you. To Kafi, Orishile, Yeyefi Fewashara, okay, of Eko FM, Radio Lagos, Eko FM. Happy birthday to you, year. Also to another person, Eko FM, Radio Lagos, talking about my colleagues, yeah, BC Konga. When you are there, BC Konga, head out what mommy was trying to talk about. Happy birthday to you. And your darling pastor who has always been there, you know, for my daughter. I say happy birthday, many more fulfilling new age, and God will continue to top off his anointing upon your life. So happy many more celebrations to all of you. And I wish you the very best.
To everyone celebrating, we wish you the very best. That's a very long list of birthday celebrants there. Okay. Yes, today we are going to be opening the phone lines, but listen to the instructions. You call only when we say you can call in. And please, when you call in, please be audible. Your name, location, and straight to the question, because we have our guests in the studio and we just want to give you 5 minutes to ask questions. I'm not talking of one person. 5 minutes for the phone lines to be open. And that's because today's conversation, I know a lot of people are struggling with it. And so you have the opportunity to call in to ask our guest questions. Before we go on our mini feature, let me read the studio line to you. 08023036856. You can as well send in text messages just in case you can get across to us through the phone line, because they'll be very busy. You can send in your text messages. All right, let's go on our mini feature, and when we return, we'll start the conversation for today. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. That was our mini feature to give you an idea into today's conversation because it's serious business. Tuesday with the difference, the year. Last week we started on a very serious note. We talked about a lot how to kickstart parenting life. And then Monday we talked about self-evaluation. How do you evaluate yourself in this new year? And morning, Tuesday with a difference. 7th of January, we are treating overcoming procrastination and perfectionism. A lot of us, including I talking, we are on this table. I will. 2024 passed you by. January 7th is here. You're still saying I will. I'll send that mail. I'll put that call. I'll start that business. I'll gather that money. I'll do that savings. Come here. Let's have this conversation. And we have someone who is very frank. You know, somebody that will be telling you the truth and is not looking at it, is telling you this is the reality of life because family is being realistic. And we have our very own person in the house. We have Godwin Robinson. Good morning.
Good morning.
For those of you that don't know, he's a public analyst. He's an entrepreneur. And he's the CEO of Renbet. He's a business strategist. He's all in one. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year too.
I'm not the one.
No, I just want to.
Why are you calling her attention? Putting words. Maybe you're saying the realistic thing.
It's okay.
It's allowed.
It's good to see you this New Year.
My pleasure too. My pleasure.
Mr. White, I think that's the next thing I'm going to be giving. Mr. White, we hardly catch Robinson without White. Hardly. Yeah, I came in on white on the first until
Really?
Yeah, first and second I was on white. No, the third I said no. This white is expensive to maintain white. Let's
It's not like that. It's actually the easiest.
It is expensive to maintain. You're working. You're be careful. When you're white, they stay in. Everybody will know that they've stayed. Yeah,
so don't take too much.
But once we are jumping into the bus, at least you don't jump when everybody is.
You hold on. Yes. How long will you start holding on? Okay. All right. Today's conversation: procrastination and professionalism. A lot of our viewers will be wondering why these two words, why do they intertwine themselves? But let's start with what is procrastination and professionalism. Let's break those two words down together so that we give them a perfect idea of what we are talking about.
Okay, I guess the two of them actually came together because they're cousins. They're actually cousins. They work with each other. One has to be present for them to work, though not in every case. So procrastination is about one putting something that is important, aside for something else that is less important. Believing you have all the capacity. In fact, the capacity you assume you have that you don't even have, because you're looking at time and you're like, I will do it. It's just remaining 1 month. I will catch up with it. This is an assumed capacity. By the time you now enter into it, you stress yourself. You are not able to meet up and all that. So I think I call procrastination. I call it a burial ground where vision and missions and goals are buried. Because you actually dump what is very important for a less important thing. Trivial things that they might look important, but that's not the timing. Because you see, when you're talking about objectives and goals, you also weigh them, according to priority. Just like when you're flying, then you have some luggages that are priority list. They have to just go, and they have to go. They have to be kept in a place that is more secure. So that's how issues and goals and objectives and dreams and things we want to do in life are also lined up. There are things you can leave for tomorrow. There are things you have to do today. You just have to do it today. There are things you have to do tomorrow and all that. So when you now put the one you are supposed to do today to put it, by next week, or you're supposed to do in the morning, in the evening, a lot of things will come up on that. Then perfectionism is about flawless, somebody who is very keen on flawless outputs. I don't want to make mistake. Nothing. It has to be flawless. Yes, it has to be flawless. It has to be
flawless output.
Yes, it's flawless results. It has to be perfect. That's it. So this person but it's like an element. sometimes also, because you find out that a lot of things that you become perfect at tomorrow, you are not going to be perfect at them when you are starting. But this individual also wants to be perfect immediately, and when he doesn't get it, it's like, depression and a whole lot of things comes up. So, and that is it. Some again, we look at it that I can't get a flawless result, so that I don't even start in the first place. But sometimes you start, and along the way you get better. Sometimes you are trying to drive your car out of the house, and then it's having the slow running is giving you a problem, and then somebody is telling you just go. As you go, the engine heats up, and then perfectionist. I don't want to do that. I just want you to start now. But as you start, it picks up. And there are a lot of things in life actually that works that way. Not everything you'll be perfect at the beginning. But you also find out that, again, I hope you're not asking me where these things are coming from. You also find out that these things also can be something you carry on from the family. Your parents are the ones that negotiate the love they give to you. That's why it's family and values. Sorry. So your parents negotiate your love based on your performance, your academic performance. When you don't take first, nobody gives you what you deserve. And when you don't get it right, nobody tolerates. Some parents do it, and the father will say, "I'm a no nonsense man." No, that's not the truth. You have to group for all this. So when a child grows up with this same problem and then enter into the family and then get married, then it becomes a problem because you are looking for validation, you are looking for acceptance, and it's only when you get it right that you are accepted. And it's a problem. So it denies your joy, it denies you a lot of things. And then achievements in life and goals in life, realization of goals in life are also something very, very important, that you don't just have to talk about the goal outcome. You talk about also the experiences on your way to there. You have to enjoy the experience. You have to, as you go along, pay attention to the things you learn, because there are some certain things also, objectives and goals that you set for yourself. As you pursue the goal, you are being transformed. You are being changed. Your views about things, changes. I don't know if you have ever met a police officer, and then, some of them can be very wonderful. Those ones that doesn't have rank, and they will say all manner of things. But when we must go to the station, when you get to the station, you see a senior officer, we treat you with respect. Now what happened?
Transformation.
Thank you. Through the experiences and the stages of life he has gone through, and people that seen. So if we really want to really focus on this, we must have to look at setting the goals and then enjoying the process and not just the outcome.
Setting a goal, enjoying the process and not just the outcome. Okay? I want to find out what are the strategies that one can apply to help to overcome the power of procrastination and perfectionism.
Okay.
What are the steps?
Okay. I love one thing in life, and that has helped me so much, and to most of people also, that I cancel and all that. You see, I love personal self-evaluation or personal evaluation or whatever. The year has just started. Take stock now, sit down and calculate and evaluate all the things you were supposed to achieve last year that you never achieved. Some of them that you've actually started carrying over from your, 3 years or 4 years ago. So first of all, you have to, if you want to attend to this issue, personal evaluation first. What kind of a person are you? What kind of friends do you have? What kind of environment do you stay? Do you stay in an environment that fits this procrastination? Because there's some environment that fits it. Yes.
How? What kind of environment?
Okay. Maybe you work in an office where you enjoy your position and nobody questions you, and you can come in anytime you want. You resume when you want. You don't clock yourself. You don't have a timetable. I have to do this according to this. Some people look at it that when they see somebody sleeping with an alarm clock, they are like, why are you still? Are you not an adult? No. You are trying to regulate yourself. You are trying to put yourself in check. That's it. So first of all, you have to evaluate yourself. What have you lost during this? Are you going to continue this same way again? Then you bring out a timetable, and then also if you have to place yourself under authority or a check, it's also very important. If you're a wife, your husband could help you out if he has the capacity, because there's some husbands again that they love you so much that they don't have the capacity to correct you. So you set your goal, set your vision, set your timetable, time them, and then take steps towards them. And also, I like doing something also, celebrating my results. This is also another way. You see, because the brain is controlled by pain and pleasure.
Do you take yourself out? Do you buy gifts
Now
for
that's what
yourself?
we're saying. Yes, you can actually do that. Now let's say,
because I want to imbibe that this year.
Okay. Like I there was a time I had to go back to school, to take up some course, and I had to do that. I already started looking at my convocation. Drawing the gun on my body, and then that joy. Let there be something you're looking up to. Set something as a reward for yourself. It could be taking yourself out. It could be buying a new clothes. If you do that, but please set that, put that in place. It will encourage you a lot. You do something for yourself that you've not done before. It might not be much, but it might be little. Just reward yourself for that. For taking the step.
Do you think that a lot of people, maybe that's the reason why we have people stuck in mentality of self-loss? Because now you're saying it, I've just remembered that the whole of last year I didn't, think of even buying something for myself, like, joy, well done. Now I'm beginning to feel like it should be every day part of life. You buy something for yourself and tell yourself, joy, well done for going through this year. Now, is that the reason why some people find it difficult to even celebrate other people?
Yeah, yes and no. Some people don't celebrate other people because they don't have that culture. They didn't grow up, such environment where it's done. Like now, I knew somebody who set a standard in his house. Every Christmas, he has to take his family out. They're just going out to one of the best restaurants around or one of the best hotels around, and just to have dinner. And after that, they make video. Everybody, makes comment and all that, and they record it, and it's kept. And they look forward to that moment. So, celebrating yourself or teaching your children how to celebrate themselves could be with, even while they're little. It doesn't have to be much. It's just something. Most of the medals that you guys, win and they present to you, how much is the cost of this medal? It's nothing. It is the value that is attached to it. The feelings that it triggers and all that. But people should be able to celebrate themselves. It doesn't have to be much. It doesn't have to, but let it be because of this. You don't have to be like, the truth is that most times people don't celebrate themselves because of one particular thing. They look at the economy, the economy and all that. But there is always a space to be happy about. And that's why I love, because I grew up in the Southwest, where we celebrate almost everything.
Hold it down. Okay. Somebody's beginning to trigger something. Let's go on our word of mouth. When we return, we're still discussing on procrastination and perfectionism. Hold on, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm learning a lot behind the camera, I said that this 2025, I want to live baby girl life. I started by asking, Mama just was like when I said soft girl life. I'm being intentional. Come on, it's a year of ever flourishing. So I'm learning a lot how to live that soft girl life gradually, We are still discussing overcoming procrastination and perfectionism. A lot of us feel like, we want everything sparkling, white and clean. You don't want a single dot. Yes, if they say, dude, I will. Do this one, I will. Have you done it? Tomorrow, I will. And this is 2025. Today is 7th. Just to tell you that the year is not waiting for you. Keep saying that I will. And we are getting there. Before you know it, we'll be celebrating Easter and you've not done what we are supposed to do. Now, I want to ask, just like I said, procrastination has been something that has kept a lot of us backward, including me. I'm not excluding myself, because sometimes you have projects, sometimes you have a revelation, you have a vision, you've written it down. To run with it is a problem. You now look at, maybe that's when you start calculating, if I do this one, sometimes you've told me, say, Joy, stop looking at the money, run with this thing now. What are those factors, those common factors that that affect, procrastination and perfectionism? Let's live in perfectionism. Let's talk about procrastination itself. Okay. What are those factors?
Okay. First of all,
don't say laziness.
No, I don't. Laziness is a thing of the mind. Are you aware that there is no lazy person that has a lesser bone than you? No lazy person that eats lesser food than you. So it's a thing of the mind. My mom always tells us then that it's a thing of the mind. It's your mind. It's your mindset. It's not, and that's the way procrastination also is. It's a thing of the mind. Now, first of all, you have to accept. Before you see, procrastination is like a journey. What are the triggers? I will always do it. You want to go out. You believe 5 minutes is okay. Have you not seen guys that when you were small and then you were in primary school, the guys that live beside the primary school are the ones that come late?
Yes.
Procrastination.
Yes.
They believe like this.
My house is very close.
Have they started? Okay, they've not started. Momo teacher, by the time she passed, I will just, you understand? So now it's because it is like, I just told you now, it's like assuming a capacity you don't have, a speed you don't even have. It's an assumed frame of mind. Something you believe you can always do it. You always have the time. You see 24 hours. Surely it has started right now. I don't know how many that is remaining for the day to pass. And then it has started. Now let's calm down. That make those goals visible. You see, sometimes when we start my New Year goal, you write it and then you close the book. Some people close their mind with it. Some people close their eyes with it. Publish it and keep it whether by your bedroom or by your bedside or by the last door before you leave your room, where you can always see it. Let there be a reminder. Let there be a reminder. When that has been done, then look at this. Make sure you don't set goals that are not achievable. Because the problem with people is that they don't even know how to break down the goals, in parts, and then also set goals that are realizable. For instance, you said, I want to do this, by the end of the year. And you know that particular program takes like 2 to 3 years to do. So when you set unrealistic goal, it also becomes a problem because it's unrealistic, you're going to fail, and fail is a very, very negative thing. It will discourage you from trying again. So first, write it, make it plain. Second one, make sure that what you're writing are things that you can achieve. Third one, break it in parts. Break it in parts. Don't take everything at the same time. If you want to get a degree, what is the first step of getting a degree? Go make a research on the course you actually want to study. And one thing I love about education is that there is a course we go into now. You have 40% of residual knowledge to do that course. So don't go and pick the one that you don't even have anything to. So they now start struggling from the one. But because of your residual knowledge, you can actually attempt that. So don't pick a goal because your friend is doing it. Check your capacity, check your frame of mind, check your passion. What are the things? Do you really love this? Because at the end of the day, the fuel to pursuit is passion. And if passion is missing, then you find out that the fuel for the vehicle will not be there. So you break it up, but you have the passion. You want to be exactly what you want to. You love the outcome of that if you go through it. And then also make sure that the environment are not feeding your procrastination.
Environment.
And again, when you have to do something, when you have to do something, do not wait. Start. Don't think about finishing first. Start. Let it be that you started. You want to write a book, every opportunity, because the thing I love about writing books is that as you are driving, the thoughts could start flowing. And then I park by the side and I'll start doing it there. Whatever I have put down, I can develop it more by the time I leave. But if that thought crosses, it's gone. I can't. One wise man said, he said, the faintest biro is better than the sharpest mind. So you write it now, drop it. And that. Then another one again is that if you want to be a model, who are those models that are the ones you want to be like? You understand what I'm trying to say? Who are those guys? Get their picture and put it by the side of where you want to look at it. And all that. So, and I also think that we also have to have role models in everything we want to achieve. Who are the people that have actually achieved that thing that you want to achieve? Get to pick their stories, get their biographies, and look at the potholes that they saw. And because sometimes when you have a goal, you have a dream. I'm talking about big ones now. You don't even take time to look at people that have traveled that road. Look at people that have traveled that road. What are the things that they saw? What are the things they witnessed? So sometimes again, when you have the information that this is what you are going to expect, you already know what. Now, it is said also that whenever a woman and the man and the husband and the wife want to leave the house, the woman is always the one that delay. Do you know why you guys delay?
Why? Tell us. Why do we delay?
Because of procrastination, you believe there is always time.
We are doing makeup. We are dressing. We are tying gele.
Okay, you know how long that takes you, but you believe you will do it in a shorter period, apart from that time that it's going to take you. This makeup normally takes you like 45 minutes. But you are doing other things again, believing, I'll just do it in the next 25 minutes. Yes. Now that's the way.
I think I'm not arguing that. Fast.
Then another one again is that maybe you get married to a guy who is very hardworking and you believe everything is there. Never plan your life with the present. It's not sufficient.
My father once said you should not sleep with somebody's eyes. That the person can wake you middle of the night and say, give me my eyes.
Apart from that again, like people that get up and then there is one thing again, you know, sometimes again, why some widowers don't survive after their partner is gone because that partner that left is a brain box. He has not learned how to do anything for himself. Even some divorcees too. The partner that just divorced her or divorced him happens to be the one carrying the life. That's the oxygen. That's the one that helps him to plan his finance, plan everything.
Hey, because of our time on the call, we have to take. What are self-evaluation got to do with procrastination? In what way to help? How?
Okay, self-evaluation is just like a medical diagnosis. When you go to the hospital now, you tell the doctor, I'm having this, I'm having that. No matter what it look like, he will still tell you, let's run a test. That's like self-evaluation. What are the things that could trigger to this? When he now sees it, it's not a native doctor that will now begin to tell you, I take this one. No. This one is that you have to run a test. So self-evaluation is evaluating yourself to see, as you're standing here as we're sitting here right now, you should know your weakness. You should also know your weakness. How did you get to that? It's through self-evaluation. But how often do you do it is another thing. So self-evaluation is the process of knowing what you have done well and what you have not done well. And critical assessment of, these are the things that made me not to do well. These are the things that made me not to do well. Because I entered into this relationship. As a matter of fact, there are some relationships that you enter into. Before you do it, somebody was saying something the other day. He said one of the best things in life that will happen to you is to move with a successful person.
It helps.
It helps.
You say some people procrastinate in life because a successful person has no time.
No time
But
for
is
no
it possible for
time.
you not to dwell on a role model? Is it possible if you want to have a success story? That's my final question.
Okay,
Is
beautiful.
it possible for you? Yes, you are pushy, you know their ups and downs, you know their potholes here and there. But is it possible for you? You know they exist, you have them, but you are not in contact with them. Or you are not putting yourself in a way that they can always checkmate you and check how you're doing. Is it possible?
Okay. There are some of us that grew up to become a self-driving machine. We're like a locomotive engine. As we drive, as we move, we scoop water. But everybody does not operate on that frequency. Now, you have a role model. It's not every role model that you even get close to them. Get their materials and read their materials and all that. And they're all over the internet. Get the videos about them that talks about them and watch it. That's okay. You don't even need to. Somebody can be your mentor without talking to you.
That's true.
You can be your role model. That's one. So you can. But if you know you need, then you have to. But if you don't, you see, I just talk about setting rules for yourself. Because a procrastinator is like, I said this, it's like a psychological problem. You need somebody that will push you. You need somebody that will checkmate. So if you don't have a role model, do you have a mentor? A mentor that loves to see your success, because there's something again. Some people go into some people's hand who claim to be your mentor, but only end up making you stunted. And you should also know when we move from one mentor to another mentor. For instance, when you are still single, you have a mentor as a single, but for suddenly you now get married. Your mentor as a single might not be able to carry the capacity of the demands of that because he doesn't have the experience to lead you on.
lead you on.
That's why somebody will say, this has been my mentor from. No, you should know when to upgrade this person. You might not be separated from the person, but you also have to get somebody else to take you. For instance, you have a mentor who teaches you chemistry or who studied chemistry because initially you were doing chemistry, but now you've entered into this and you're doing something different. You should get somebody else that you're looking at. So a mentor is like a mirror. It's like a roadmap to where you are supposed to go. So a mentor is like an example of the arithmetic that you want to solve. So most people that are your role model, I'm talking about now, I'm talking about mentor and role model, I'm trying to lump two of them together. So they're like that. So it helps you to know what they have. But if you also feel that you don't need one, then you should be able to get some material because you see, like, I love people who read. I love people who read because they have one of the best minds in life. You can't even forecast what
they can be.
Yeah, because they can get an information right now that will trigger them. But when you see somebody who has a closed mind, maybe the day he was leaving secondary school or he was leaving university.
The books and
no, he broke the Bible.
Let me hold you there.
They don't start again. The mind has been broken.
We are going to open our phone lines now. Yes, officially, the phone lines are open. You can call in and ask our guest questions concerning procrastination or how you can overcome it, because we know we want you to start on a good note. The number to call once again is 08023 036 856. I'm going to take it again, 08023 036 856. Now the phone lines are officially open for you to call in and ask your questions. Please be audible. Tell us your name and your location. That's what we need from you. And straight to the point. All right, we have our very first caller. He said that the lines are going to be busy.
You can even send
you can send in text messages if you cannot call, please. Just send in text messages and your question. Let's take our first caller for the year. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location where you're calling us from. Hello.
We lost that. You can send a text message. It's faster and preferable.
Please send in your text messages at least while the calls are coming in. But
as just 2 more minutes yet.
As we are rounding up, I really want you to talk about people that believe that everything must be perfect. They don't want to see one single dust here. You finish cleaning, they'll come and do like this. Did you clean here? I feel it starts from the home front.
Yeah.
And that thing goes to an extent where you discover that people start running away from them because they feel like I can't make mistake where this person is. This person will condemn me instantly. You don't have opportunity to be a little bit vulnerable where they are. So you are with them, you're conscious of your sitting. Hey, I must not do like this person believes in everything must be perfect.
We need to run out of the studio.
Please.
Well, if it is somebody believing everything must be perfect, that's okay. It's not even a problem. Because they set high standards, just like people who go to train, the athletes and all that. You're doing 100 meters dash, they train you with 100 meters dash, and then it gets you better. By the time you're doing 100, you're not tired. And if you have to repeat it again, you're not tired. Like you're playing football, you're training, you don't train for 45 minutes. You train for more and all that. So, that's one. But the one I'm talking about, the dangerous part of this perfectionism is about people who they don't want to try until they're sure they're perfect. They don't give room for learning and growth. So they cut themselves off, or, cut yourself off from what you're supposed to achieve. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. So, but let us be kind to ourselves because these guys are very critical of themselves. They're very hard on themselves. You have self-judgment. You judge yourself. Oh, this thing I did, you start flogging yourself. Stop. Try to love yourself. You are not perfect. We all arrive here naked. Every cloth we wore today or we wear today, we were given or we purchased. And when we are going to live again, the one we are going to live with, we don't even know what they're going to put on us. So try to be kind to yourself. Some people failed last year. They're even afraid to try. But there was a day I was listening to a program and I saw a young man who sat for JAMB in Nigeria. Was it JAMB? Yes, JAMB for like 5 or 7 times and he never made it. and then found his way out of the country, now in abroad, and the guy was having first class anyhow. And then he was telling his stories. So you can imagine if he stopped on the second time or stopped after he failed. I don't expect myself to have failed. How can I even fail, Jam? You know? But then life is like that. It's self-love. You have to love yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be gentle to yourself. You can't be perfect immediately. You have to try. If you fail again, you get up again and try again.
Okay, if you fail again, you get up again.
Get up again and try again.
So much because we have to be out of the studio.